couple of minutes. I'm gonna check after next. Bring Doctor back because I'm gonna go to the pain stuff. None of the pain. What's the pain, boys? Right there too. Yes, right there. Yes, right there. Last week. Because we were back to last week. Right here. Last week was when I played after the second. It's gonna start right now. How to do after back. That's a technique that's guys. How to do the separate one. I'm trying to get this trophy. Okay, no, not anyway. Not play Minecraft. Playing right now. Starting that Minecraft. I'm gonna Minecraft learning what to get I'm putting spoons. I don't want to do something else. Not Minecraft. I need to bring somebody back. It's in here. Story. Oops. What's it's in here? Story. Chapter 1. Chapter 2, 3, 4. Let me read these first. These. Well, it's not gonna be camp, is it? This is the camp spot. This is the camp tent right here. Chapter 2. That's the tent spot. Hold on for a second. That's me. Start this game. That's Jameson Fox. That's Fox. We're going to Jameson. This is Star Fox. This is Star Fox. Jameson. Fox. Yeah, the Star Fox game. Jameson. Come to the club. Yeah, the Star Fox game. Right there. Right there. Good morning. First time going to Canada. minutes. Jameson, pockets left, Jameson. Thanks, box with left. Left, stop. Raising box with left. Let's. Raise, box with left. Jameson. Jameson, leave. Really possible. Jameson, let's pick up. Box with left, let's pick up. Later, I've seen that. Wait, the pilot. Why was the pilot? Man, who's going to be a pilot? Wait, a pilot. Jameson. And it's Jameson. Williams on Fox, then Williams Fox above. I'm gonna take that YouTube. It is. Not sharper, it's dark. Video. Let's take a look at it. I'm gonna take a look at it. What chapter you start? The Pioneer's Jump. East, right? What chapter you start? I'm gonna take a look at what chapter you start.
That's not sharp enough, eh?
You know, we should head back up that mountain sometime and get a coffee.
Chapter 2. That's chapter 2. Chapter 2.
Hey, y'all.
That's not
That's chapter 2.
You should get back up that mountain sometime and make sure you pop the brakes.
What you prepare?
That's chapter 2. And this here's chapter 1. Mine is chapter 1. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Chapter 2 has 10, not chapter 1. How much are we doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Loading up. Training. This is chapter 2. Chapter 2 has this guy. Yeah, we start at the beginning. This is the first time being here for the tent. Outside the tent. Oh, buddy. Look at this thing again. Save it. What's it page? Like, I can't save it. Nah. Nah, the horse. I'm right in this spot. The bag's broken. I'm right in this spot. Did I get help? What should happen is keep the help. This is fixed. The bag waste Brooks apart the wheel. All right, spot. Just push the bags. All right, spot. This way they'll have money. Chapter 2 how it started, not 1. What am I gonna do? Those are the good guys. Those are aliens. They're good guys. They're good guys. You just have to save them. Later.
Let's not push our luck. Well, get in. I'll tell you.
I'm gonna get some trophies. I've done it before. This is the first time being here. Chapter 2 aspect. It's all wide. Talk to the house. I'm gonna go to the house. How do I do? I'll go to the tent. Can't save it. Can't save it. Chapter 2. Chapter 2 has the tent. That one. This is the first time being here. number 10. Pretty right there. Still
I fear I was trying to sympathize
trying to get
more
some back on
comfortably
that
with
truth.
the blockheaded driver here.
Jira, man. Yes, yeah. We got this money later. More money later. So, that's Jira. That's Jira. $0. Thank you, Jira. What's that being here? Oh, there you go. Sweet. This is the first. Guys, I'm late. I'm gonna get a trophy. Down the corner. Just being right there. I'm out there. Thanks about that. I'm not fine. Got my friends is over there. And first thing being here. And that guy. We're going to do this mission on this guy. I'm gonna get some fresh air.
Chili and a boneless con depression I did too. And I was
Mild chili peppers, lime, and sea salt. Tahini.
Derek Smithley from Pennsylvania, our first qualifier, honoring the U.S. Air Force. On his Chevrolet, making his ninth start of 2021, 30.323, or 31.499 for Smithley. Michael McDowell in this Mustang. Pro Motorsports, 30.323, and Twin House from Virginia, on track for Starcom Racing.
Not a good driver. He likes too much. Now, he likes too much. He was not a good driver.
But we did see cars go quite a bit faster.
House not good. He likes everybody.
Cloud cover last night. You know, it's going to be a tall order to
Not good down.
back up the lap time we made yesterday in practice because of the temperatures alone.
Out second, 30.939. Here is Eric Almirola.
They come like a Samsung Kings.
In a Mustang. And Clint, you talked about the importance of getting off turn 4, coming to green.
Yes, sir. All about that upfront speed, coming to the green, going 2, 3, and 4, actually getting off the pit road. All of that combines to that rolling to the green and making sure you're efficient there. You got to be up to speed at the time. Right. Well, and there Double Roll might have some memories of what happened last year. Couldn't finish qualifying session. Ooh, it looks like he got really tight off the exit of 4. Well, hey, learning from last year, we were way too loose for Chief. I need to be tighter, and that's exactly what he did.
Almirola is
Best luck
second
in
on the
the
pole here in
2012. Pretty free.
And with his teammate Chase Briscoe, and Chase coming off a career best finish last week at COTA, a little different animal here for the 600 and qualifying. Chase, how do you guys, from a team perspective, balance and decide how you're going to attack qualifying with this being an impound race?
Yeah, it's definitely tough, you know, especially for 600 miles. Once you make your decision, you're kind of stuck with it. So I don't know. I think this weekend, especially, I'm just relying on the team guys.
Very good, right, Chris?
Know what to expect or what to really need. I've never really done the impound qualifying deal before, so yeah, I don't know. I think, you know, we have a good decision right now, trying to be a little bit better for the race and qualifying, and you know, just don't really know where we're going to stack up qualifying, but the race is what pays the money. So hopefully we get our point that comes forward on the race up front and get 600 miles.
Davis Star. There you go.
Good luck. Bye.
Anthony Alfredo, or excuse me, Timmy Hill on track. Or it's David Starr. Too many voices in my head, but yes, this is the MDM.
Now, I'm going to bail you out, Mike.
David Starr.
When he says voices in his head, it's not like me saying voices in my head. There's literally producers, everybody in Mike's ear telling him, go here, go there, direct these two maniac race car drivers next to you this way.
All right. All I know is it's got Brett Meyer from Fox News on the hood of that car, and it is David Starr from Texas who clocks in at 33.071. Now Anthony Alfredo.
Very good.
It's a front row.
Let's check
with our crew chief.
Yeah, Mike, Jeff was talking about track temp, and when practice ended last night at about 8 p.m., the track temp was 88 degrees. Right now, at close to 11:15, it's 105 degrees. So we're pushing toward 20 degrees hotter temp, and the simplest way I can put it, that's just less grip. That's what we saw in Xfinity Series qualifying, and it's what we're seeing already right now.
So Alfredo clocks in second, 30.415. The only Charlotte start he's ever made was in the trucks in 2019.
You know, I talked about the speed coming to green, how important it is. I was watching these guys take off. It's so important to use as much traction as you can. Get up through the gearbox as fast as you can. That all equates to that speed that'll help you come into the green.
BJ McLeod from Florida. In his Live Fast Motorsports Mustang, making his 12th start of 2021.
As we watch these cars kind of go through, you know, this order of qualifying, you're going to see cars that are trimmed out more than others. That's the gamble when we talk about an intermediate track that these teams have at their expense. They can trim that thing out, lower the rear end down, it'll go faster through the straightaway. You get to the corner, less downforce, be slipping and sliding around more. That balance is what everybody's going to try to figure out as we go through this 600-mile race. You can do it a little bit here, but you're going to need that downforce coming to the race. So where that edge is, where that line is what everybody's trying to figure out.
30.95 for McLeod. He is fifth. And this is Ryan Preece from Connecticut for JTG Doherty Motorsports, making his third 600 appearance.
Tracking pretty good here. Just a little bit off of our shortcuts that are Michael McDowell. See if he can make up some time through the bumps here in 3 and 4. I like this ghost car, what you're seeing. Right back to what I was talking about. You're going to be able to, when these cars are trimmed out more on the straightaway, you'll see that thing just really pull up. Seems like those are pretty equally balanced as far as trim goes.
8/100ths of a second is the difference. 30.402.
Hey, Clayton talked about getting up to speed. You know, these guys are going straight up to the wall in turns 1 and 2 when they leave pit road to get up through the gear and build that momentum with 550 horsepower. But boy, when they get to turns 3 and 4, because that PJ1 and the traction compound being so slick as Corey LaJoie wraps the bottom through 1 and 2, not able to use that high line to get that lane. Yeah, it has to be that traction compound, to your point, because years prior, that's exactly what you do. Make this track as big as possible. Too slick up there right now in this heat like this.
And he's gaining a little back. Got a good launch off turn 4. Going to be close to be fastest right now. And he missed it by just that much. 7/1000ths of a second.
So close.
Corey LaJoie, second so far in Coke 600 qualifying.
the light. It comes from within. It drives you, and it guides you to shine your brightest. As you charge ahead, illuminating the way forward, a light, recognizing that the impact you make comes from the energy you create. Introducing the all-electric Lyriq, lighting the way.
No one builds 5G like Verizon builds 5G. Because we're the engineers who built the most reliable network in America. Thousands of smarter towers with a 5G coverage.
No. It's in the sun. No, it's not burning us. I'm too busy. I don't want to bother. I'm just throwing it right now.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, let's go.
So we got and here's the tent. Go here. Let's go over here. That was our tent. This is the first time being here.
Fires from last week will be the final 20 to qualify here today as we watch Chris Buescher for Roush Fenway Racing.
Can't say enough about the job he's doing this year. Got that car in the playoffs right now. Fantastic job by him and his team.
Chris Buescher is third. Let's check with Vince.
Qualifying all about the number, right? You want the best speed possible, but when it's an impound race, it's a little trickier because you got to race what you qualify. So, Bubba, how do you balance that today?
Yeah, we actually had a good conversation at the sim on Wednesday about what we expect for our DoorDash team this weekend, and we're going more downforce, so we're not looking to get the pole today. We're just trying to get a good race balance. So. Trying to keep a level mindset about that as well. You want to go out there and give it your all, which we're going to do, but not going to expect like a big lab. But proud of the efforts that we brought yesterday in practice. Good to have practice back again. Good to shake the cobwebs off, especially here in Charlotte for the 600. But all in all, it's a battle of attrition tomorrow, and just hanging in there. It's a long race, mentally, physically, emotionally sometimes. But all in all, looking for a good day.
Keep eye on the big picture. Bubba Wallace.
Brad Keselowski goes to the top by 0.2 of a second in his Team Penske Mustang. A lot of speculation about his future, and he told the press yesterday, I can't say anything now, and when I can, I will.
Man, and I think a lot of that was off of 2. Really held it low, Jeff, off of 2. That was something. Yeah, he seemed to be the first car we've seen have good straightaway speed, but also pretty good handling because he could run that shorter line. And, hey, that's a winner of the 600 a year ago, so pretty nice lap there.
Pretty big lap, really. He's the first driver that didn't lift off the throttle in 3 and 4, Keselowski.
That's how that works. All she had right there.
Josh Balicki. All of the Rick Ware racing cars are carrying the names of servicemen and women, over 1,300 of them. They've raised over $15,000 this week to support an organization that works to help prevent veteran suicide, what they're calling the Second War. Great initiative.
Good on them.
And Balicki, 3156. Vince?
Alex Bowman, 2 wins this season and a lot of optimism around this Hendrick Motorsports group. How good does it feel to be in the position you guys as an organization are in right now?
Yeah, it's so cool to have Hendrick Motorsports be so successful this year, to be a part of it, to win a couple races already. It's pretty awesome. So thankful to be driving this Ally 48 Chevy. It's been a lot of fun. Have Captain Brewer on the car this week. It's really meaningful. Super appreciative for all that everybody's given for this first race. So trying to get him a win. Got to meet his family over a Zoom chat a couple weeks ago, and that was really special. So doing all we can to get this 48 car up front.
Yeah, special weekend on a lot of different levels. Thanks, Alex.
Australian James Davison clocks in at 31:49. Now here's Eric Jones for Richard Petty Motorsports. Big Petty Fest going on in Level Cross, North Carolina. Today, come meet Richard and Dale Inman and tour the Petty Homestead and the original Petty Motorsports shops all day today in Level Cross.
Well, this car and Eric Jones very fast in yesterday's practice. We were very curious to see when they put it in qualifying trim what kind of speed he would show.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me the doors are open up there? You just go up and see the king, meet him himself? Dale Inman's up there, the whole shebang, you get them all?
Dale might be here. Kyle Petty's up there with Richard, but yes.
That's awesome.
Yes, it is.
Way awesome.
And pretty awesome lap there. Second for Eric Jones.
What a tour. How about that tour, guys? It's the king himself.
Eric second, 30.231. Just about a tenth off Brad Keselowski's fast time so far.
Now, I'm just wondering if this 43 team didn't put a little more extra downforce in that car here today, because he actually ran a little bit faster, about 2/10 faster than that yesterday.
Yeah, you worked really hard yesterday pointing that out, how much faster they are. They got to be trimmed out. They probably listen to you, and man,
I don't know if anybody's listening.
Big for our driver. The other thing I see right here is roof flaps moving. You can see that right side roof flap really working right there. That's all getting that air off the spoiler. That's taking away some of that drag down the straightaways. You're going to see some of that all over the board with these cars.
Brian Newman for Roush Fenway has 600 poles. That's tied with the Silver Fox. David Pearson for the most poles for the Charlotte Memorial Day weekend race.
Pretty impressed about that lap Keselowski made, the 2 car. You can see just hasn't covered all the way around. Don't they, Jeff?
Yeah, I don't know if I expected that kind of lap, but they did qualify in the top 10 a year ago. So
didn't show that speed yesterday in practice, to be honest with you.
Newman, 30.325. That's fourth fastest. Chase Briscoe running double duty. No, excuse me. Chase Briscoe running double duty this weekend, Cup and Xfinity.
Good looking car.
Finished 6th last week. A Cup Series best for the rookie.
You can see how much lower he was, Brad, off of 2 than anybody else. Helped him a lot. These guys are, if they're watching or listening to us, they better be focused on staying low off of 2, because Brad really beats the competition. See how much lower he is? But it takes me right back to what you said. Good downforce, good grip, and was able to hold it wide open.
Good run, 30.270, third for Briscoe, Vince.
Austin Dillon getting ready to climb into his machine. He was fastest in practice yesterday. How encouraged are you that it'll be able to continue and carry over now?
I feel like I need to get in a race car, but you caught me with my hat off. So our fast Pro Shop Chevy was fast yesterday. We hope to back it up. It's a little hot out there, but just want to hit the same line I did yesterday, and I think we'll have a shot at the pole for sure.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Justin Haley for Spire Motorsports, running double duty for the 10th time this year.
Jeff, you need to try that hairdo. Like the battery went dead halfway through it or something.
I'm trying to save all the hair I've got right now.
I think he did win, but that was about 1991.
Yes. I go to that barber shop. Them boys have a ton of fun up there at Washington Park, Winston-Salem, where he gets that. I didn't opt
You're a little high and tight this weekend.
I'm going for the AD now.
You go to the same barber shop as Austin Dillon.
Believe it or not.
Nobody knew that. Now everybody does. All right, Justin Haley clocked in 10th, 30.708. This is Cody Ware, who will be running his second Coca-Cola 600.
You know, I just was thinking about something. We're talking about track temperature, and some of these guys like Brad Keselowski's laid down a pretty solid lap here. That track temp's only going to go up, making it even harder for these guys to go later that showed speed in practice. Will we see them surpass Keselowski? Hey, there's that good-looking hairdo on Austin Dillon.
Here we are, gentlemen. Home sweet home.
You won't own this place. I hope so. Gentlemen. Can survive. But now, it is time to prosper. I think we'll let the prosper back. We're on to something big. Then Micah gets all excited about that ferry, and here we are. We have all made mistakes over the years, Jose. Fast. But I kept us together, kept us alive, kept the nooses off our neck. I guess I'm just worried. I ain't got that long, Dutch. I want folks safe before I go. Me too. Now we're stuck east of the Grizzlies and out of money. A long way from the dream virgin land in the west. My brother, but we are all safe. We make a bit of money here. Then we move again, head out around them, be west of Uncle Sam. In a few months, buy some land. I hope so. But you just look around you. This world has its consolations.
Brad Keselowski, midway through qualifying, is the fastest. And entering turn one, terminal velocity, you see Keselowski 1 mile an hour faster than Michael McDowell and the rest of the top 5 in speed there.
Yeah, you're talking about getting up to speed. As you see this car here launch off pit road, get up through the gears, and then is your car trimmed out enough to get that top speed like we saw the Brad Keselowski, but you got to have a good handling race.
I was going to say, and does it have enough downforce you can keep it wide open coming to the green through that corner? All those things. You want it all, right? I wanted that baby to be trimmed out going down the straightaway, but I need that grip downforce in the corners.
Cole Custer from California will be our next qualifier at Feeding America Ford. Both of his top 10s this season have come in the last 5 races.
He listened and kept it low off of 2, but I just don't think, we talk about trim. I see that car, I'd like to see his throttle traces to prove this and back it up. Obviously came off the white line a little bit more than Brad did. I just think that car has got a lot of downforce, a lot of drag in it. Didn't show the speed.
Yeah, Clint, I see it in the RPM, just less RPM. It wasn't really throttle, just less RPM, which tells me more drag in the 41.
Yeah, more drag is more downforce. He'll like that on lap 30 to, 40 in tomorrow's race, but not today.
Yeah, in traffic a little bit, he'll like that too.
And if you're not going for the pole, that's probably more important, right?
Going for the show, not the go.
Full throttle on Bubba Wallace, who has made 3 Coca-Cola 600 starts, all for Richard Petty Motorsports. Now for 23XI Racing.
Whoa! Yee. Hold on,
that's when you realize it's not an easy wide open lap, is when the back end starts to step out like it did right there on Bubba Wallace.
However, it was a pretty quick lap, 30.207, Vince.
Well, and Denny Hamlin had the owner's hat on there for a moment, just switched it over back to the driver's hat. But from practice yesterday gave you an indication of what kind of car you're going to have in qualifying here.
Yeah, it's tough to say. I think the conditions, while close, it's one of the better practices we had. It's not exactly like it's going to be on Sunday. So we'll just do the best we can. I think we had a decent car. We were working on it in turns 3 and 4, trying to get the hole in the bottom a little bit better. But overall, pretty happy with where our Penix Camry is so far. Thanks.
Chase Elliott is going to go to the top of the board here in his Hendrick Motorsports Camaro.
And did it down the straightaway. Beat him on both ends. On the straightaway. That's the prime example of what we were talking about, how these cars are trimmed out differently. That thing got through the corner good enough, but it really beat him down the straightaway.
29.969. And we'll have telemetry on all of these cars on the pylon. This is Ross Chastain for Chip Ganassi Racing. Had a good his fourth 600.
Great week last week. All of them, both Ganassi cars were good. Him and his teammate Kurt. Man, holding the throttle down there.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how these Chevrolets run. They were very strong in qualifying a year ago. Looked strong in practice last night. Right now, looking pretty strong here.
And Chastain with momentum. He finished a career best 4th last week.
His teammate, Kurt Busch, anxious to see him. He was our pole sitter a year ago.
Second for Chastain, 30.07. Good lap. Just about 1/10 off of Chase Elliott. So Chevy's in the first 2 spots. Ford third with Keselowski, and Bubba Wallace fourth for Toyota. As Alex Bowman from Arizona rolls off.
Interested to see this lap with Alex. Yesterday in practice, he really had his hands full, Jeff. The car was loose.
You can hear that car is down, dragging a little bit. We feel like this car is maybe a little more trimmed out than Chase Elliott.
Had to get out of the gas a little bit.
You can see how that affected him down the back straightaway.
That's hit too hard right there. I think that's a track bar mount.
Hard to hold it wide open when you're hearing that car hit the racetrack, but he did a nice job getting through the bumps in 3 and 4.
We're talking not just the side skirts. That was definitely solid chassis. I'd say the track bar mount.
Well, that noise you heard added up to 0.08 of a second difference between Bowman and his teammate Chase Elliott.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a few sparks coming the back of this right side of this race car. You see, had to come up the racetrack a little bit as he got into some of those bumps and swells. Here's a guy we're anxious to see.
Yeah,
he's fast yesterday.
Austin Dillon's best start in the 600 was 4th 2 years ago. Got his first Cup win in this race in 2017.
Just not quite able to carry the same speed as our current pole sitter Chase Elliott off the board.
And it all came down to just having to lift just at least a little bit to keep that car underneath of him.
Well, and you know, Clint, you take off, you go through 3 and 4, and you go, okay, the car gives you feedback, tells you what kind of grip that level it has, what kind of speed it has. And so then you go through 1 and 2, and you adjust your next 3 and 4 because of that.
So Dillon second by 6 100ths. Martin Truex. Right next to his name are the words "stunk up the show," because that's what he did here in 2016, leaving all but 8 laps in the 600.
I'm impressed by the straightaway handling of that 9 car. We keep talking about this trim, but it tells the story right there. Not only has that thing got good straightaway handling, he got through the corner and was able to keep it wide open. Has a lot of grip.
He's the fastest Toyota so far in 4th at a 30.064.
It's all about 3 and 4, in my opinion, because 1 and 2 just has a little more grip, just doesn't have the same temperature because the angle of the sun at 3 and 4, it doesn't have the bumps that 3 and 4
I'm
has.
going to say a couple things. I feel like it's always had more banking, right? You have a little bit more security with the banking down in 1 and 2, but those bumps, they're getting pretty evil getting into 3 as you're trying to pull that thing down to the bottom.
Kevin Harvick into Stewart Haas Ford. Watch the acceleration on the lower left. Does he lift? Yes, just for an instant.
And will it cost him here?
Maybe.
Yes. Barely. Ever so slightly, he's going to be super close. Still a great lap for Harvick.
Big lap. Second by 2.5 100ths of a second.
Woo-hoo-hoo. A 96 in Elliott to a 99 in Harvick. That's as close as it gets. Good lap.
You know, guys, all these drivers have to pull the same rear end gear.
No one has turned more RPM down the back straightaway than the 9-car of Chase Elliott. RPM normally equates to more speed. Kurt Busch for Chip Ganassi Racing, winner of this race in 2010 for Team Penske, and pole sitter here last year for Ganassi.
And you can see it right there, what Larry McReynolds was talking about, how that 9-car just accelerated off of turn 2 down the back straightaway so well compared to the other competitors.
Heard him have to just breathe it a little bit. He entered pretty low getting into 3, kept the car low. Tells me he had a lot of grip in that car, probably a little draggy.
Right on top of his teammate Chastain, who is 6th. Kurt is 7th.
Yeah, the only one I've really seen match Chase Elliott down the back straightaway was Kevin Harvick.
Yeah. Matthew Benedetto for the Wood Brothers. This will be Matt's 7th Coca-Cola 600. The Wood Brothers have won this race 4 times, twice by David Pearson. Neil Bonnet and Kyle Petty with 1 win each.
Now here's another car. I would not be surprised if they got a little extra drag and downforce in this car. Wrecked in qualifying a year ago. Had to go to the backup car. Do not want to do that again this time.
For Benedetto, 30.27.
Gentlemen, I'm going to head into the local town and see if I can strike up a little business.
Of course, Fair Strauss.
Up for robbing banks to use route. Seems more dignified somehow. Now, everyone, put your tools down for a moment. Come on, gather around. Quickly now. I know that things have been tough, but we are safe now, and we are far too. So it is time for everyone to get to work. Get to work and stay out of trouble. Remember, we are itinerant work laid off and we shut down our factory to the north. Get out there and see what you can find. Uncle, Reverend Swanson, no more passengers. It is time for everyone to earn their keep. There's a town a little way down the track named Valentine. Livestock town, all mud and morons, if I remember right. That seems a decent place to start. We need food. Real food. That means every day. One of you. And remember, whatever it is that you find, the camp gets its slice. Now be sensible out there.
Our girls have your tent ready this morning. Come with me. You two will be ready shortly. We put your...
They also had a landlord who thought he could fix.
Over here.
Over here. Sure, everything will be fine. It's just most your stuff from Blackwater, Captain. Everything apart from us. Look, don't be naive. We always bring you.
We're gonna have to. Miss Jackson, I've seen shit. Common sense and you do it properly.
You get to think all day. It's a strange world we live in, Arkham. You want to head into town? See if we can find anything out. Sure. I got some errands to run. Great. Go check the horses already.
You gonna take the old man into town? You take us too?
Well, what you got planned?
Nothing. Find something for y'all two do. Always do. We're bored out of our minds. They cooped up here for 2 weeks now. Karen's about ready to murder Grimshaw.
Can Miss Grimshaw spare you?
Can Miss Grimshaw spare you? What's happened to you, Arthur? 3 young, healthy women want you to take them driving. You're worried about house chores. Let's go.
Tomorrow, during the 600 miles. 11th for Christopher Bell, 30.159. Tyler Reddick for Richard Childress Racing will be in his second 600. He's had 6 top 10s in the last 8 races this year.
I'll tell you, the 9 bunch will be watching this lap. He was pretty fast in practice. I know, man, I tell you, that 9. And takes us right back to the line he ran. And I heard you say it, Jeff, with the 24 car there. 24 ran, kept him honest by running as low as possible, trying to do his job in that race car. But I just feel like he can't overcome the way they have that 9 car trimmed out, the straightaway handling. He was up off the corners and just smoked him down the straightaway. Baby is trimmed out.
Yes, it is.
Reddick is 11th, 30.143.
His 22 car, Joey Logano. It was pretty trimmed out in practice yesterday in the top 5, so I think he's got a shot at it.
He has 3 front row starts in the 600. A runner-up finish, and he won on the Charlotte Oval in October of 2015.
All right, from that moment forward, that throttle pedal should not waver. That thing should stay down on the floor.
If you're going to beat the 9, it's going to have to be.
Hey, Wednesday night on FS1, we're going iRacing for one final time this year on a brand new, yet-to-be-built street racing course alongside Lake Michigan in Chicago. Joey Logano and William Byron will be our in-studio sim racers.
Why, to get fired?
No, you got to sit next to me.
All right.
You got downgraded.
This is going to be pretty close.
Well, he really got through 1 and 2 well, but gosh, again, you just see the speed on the straightaways.
And you see how rough it is getting into 3. You heard me talk about that. You see it inside that car with his head, getting into 3, bang, 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 bang.
Hey, you can't say
really
Joey Logano did anything wrong. He never lifted.
Nope. But he ends up 12th, 30.146. He is the 3rd fastest Ford behind Harvick and Keselowski.
I don't know what to tell you, boys. That's all she's got.
Kyle Larson from California finished 2nd in the last 3 races of this year. The last time he had 3 straight second-place finishes. The 4th race he won.
Well, we saw he hit 176 going into turn 1. We already documented you got to be at that 176 range.
Look here.
This fast car down the back straightaway holding. Oh, boy, Chase Elliott really came back. But I think this 5, the way it's getting off the corner here, he's going to get it.
Top of the board for Kyle Larson.
Man, that momentum, big Mo.
So
momentum
close.
for Hendrick
A 95 in first now. A 96 in second, and a 97 in third. 99 in fourth. Man, those are close, tight lap times right there.
16 1,000ths of a second. Separate the first 2, and it's all Hendrick Chevys in the top 3 spots. Vince.
Look at here, 16 thousandths of a second. Chase was keeping a close eye on that. Any indication from what you saw where he might have got you?
I mean, that's tough to say. I mean, definitely, it was a little up down the back, and it looked like he got through 3 and 4 really good too. So, really proud of our Napa team for, continuing to push forward. Had a nice win last week, which is always good. And I feel like we've been in a good place really the last 2 or 3 weeks before that. So,
regardless where we end up, I think it'll be plenty good enough for 600 miles and a good pit pick, which is important. So looking forward to it.
Yep, trying to go back-to-back after that win last week at Coda.
Tell you what, old Brian Patty had that 47 car at Stenhouse. That thing was trimmed out fast down the straightaway. Couldn't quite hold it down off the floor. That's where he lost it. He had him smoked all the way around until they got off the floor.
I agree. He was good all the way to the middle, 3 and 4. But you can see the sun popping out too. That's going to affect the grip level of 3 and 4 if you're trimmed out.
Daniel Suarez on track for Trackhouse Racing, and he is 9th fastest. No team has ever started 3 cars in the top 3 positions of this race, and it won't happen this year, as Ricky Stenhouse is now 2nd fastest for JTG Doherty Racers. But it's Chevy's in the top 4 spots as we come to our final qualifier. Ryan Blaney in a Team Penske Mustang. This will be his 7th 600. He won on the mile-and-a-half in Atlanta this year.
Yeah, I think back to those wild restarts. We're going to see some wild ones here over 600 miles tomorrow.
Fastest forward right now is Harvick, 29.993, and that holds as Blaney is 30.090, 11th fastest. 8 Chevys in the top 10, led by Kyle Larson. Vince.
9th career pole for Larson, and well done. Red, did you feel like it was a pole-producing run?
I felt really balanced, so a lot of times when that's the case, you'd think it might be slow, so I wasn't sure. I honestly didn't even know what the 9 ran for a lap, but yeah, cool to when they set out P1. So Austin put our Metrotech Chevrolet on the front row. Really cool for Chevy, too. I mean, there's a lot of Chevys up towards the front of the field in qualifying, so that's nice.
Right there. Straight money. Right there. Playing right there. 2. Huh? Dad, they're right there from my account. Get like trophies. Huh? Right there. That's why I'm playing the spring one right now. Getting Charlie Payton. So they get to the same trophies. Oh yeah, I can't see it again. I'm gonna get a mission. Yeah, Red Dead can start another account. Lucky Tiger. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they played that game this morning. Hardfire. Saturday. Not rain in the morning. It's gonna be a good head start. Something different, like Red Dead. The Lucky Tiger was. Oh, here's a train over there for it. This is the first time we had no money to begin the story. This is the first time we began the story. This is began the story. No money, no nothing. This is chapter 2 in the Lions part. Ready to play music. Right. I know you guys read that. Does he? I know you guys know. I know you guys read that. I'm not playing Minecraft all the time. I think this. I'm gonna play something different. I'm not playing Minecraft this morning. I'm gonna play something different. Making my videos, man. I'm doing something different. Finding gold bars online. That's like some people buy like 10,000 gold bars. 10,000. There's online trophies online. I don't think he's achieving. Just to get the online trophies first. And the online. Why do the online story first? That's why you want online first. Yeah, online. That's different horses in the game. It's different. Oh, that's different. You can ask people that make a video to help you. Make a video. With this account. Make a video. We need help with the trophy. To do. To do. I think I need one. I don't know. Let's just title. We're gonna put new horse racing Monday. We're putting new horse racing in the game. Do it like first. Yeah, I have a can. It's large. 7 people to join. Yeah. Yeah, it's Rockstar. Rockstar's a good game. People to make it. Like for John for Adler. Those are the same people to make a game. Rockstar. I don't know how I found. Yeah. Person like that bet. What? Alright, top one. Right, your bike's slow. In the middle. I don't like power. Wow. Let's follow. Go up here. Yeah, it takes a while. You have to get 90%.
Ringworm, then rat plague, then you. It's the plague. Come on. Afternoon. Had regular work to the ranch for all this stuff.
Come on. Why not unlocking? The R. Oh, let's go over here. Remember our next spot. We'll go over here. Okay.
Always thinking ahead, ain't you? Yeah, I got no money. Okay, wait for me outside when you're done.
Alright, can't get your stuff. You get your stuff later. You can't get your stuff later. You can't get your stuff later. Let's go over here first. There's some bit of wire to play this game. The story mode. Too much online, right? Right, you push the plus button. Hey, your friends did it right there. You wonder. Let's look at this. What? Players. Yep. Why did I pay Park Park? Huh? Lucky Tiger? Why did I pay Park Park? We're going to beat the games today. Beat the whole game. We got the Puppy Trophy today. Many trophies missing that game. Yeah, let's give you the random trophy. Random trophy just beginning desk. Beginning. I kind of like story mode. How do you get the trophies in this game? I need some people to teach me how you get the stuff in the story mode. I need some people to teach me how you get the stuff kinds out of bounty. I'm already at a spot. Yeah. The boat is a little bit higher. Sometimes you have to get close. Yep. Look at the store next. I don't know. That's powerful. You go over here. This house was as high as one like $3,000, $4. Yeah. Can't get it right now. I'm down on money. Not that much. I want to save it. There's some people. Not that much. I have a lot. Big door. There's the horse. I'm gonna fight with the guy. What? The horse? It's a black horse. No, it's very expensive. It's a black horse, that's what it's called. It's a race horse. There's no car playing in. There's foxhound horses, there's race horse. Yeah. That's all.
I hope everything's okay up there.
Thank you.
Yes. There's a star in there.
When I have
Sniper. Sniper, that's all. That's not for level 50, level 40. Highest level. It's not for later.
Hey, no sir. Ain't from you.
I definitely saw you with a bunch of fellas.
Yeah, you need that. This makes you have to.
Come here.
I saw him. Come here. Come on.
I don't like it.
Yes.
Go get the ghost
Look.
news. I'm gonna go have a word with my friends.
Be careful, Arthur.
Just a word. Yeah.
My horse will catch up. When they catch up with the guy. My horse is not. race. Nah. For this guy. I remember this guy punching on the edge. You have to wait for the high level. This is has a new story. Just to go to doing this. I have to make a new story in the game, do I? Why did I make a new? New game. It's going to keep doing that. How to make a new story again. Just going to keep doing that, is it? Nah. It's good to keep doing that same, making a new story of the game. Have to make a new game, story mode. Going to keep doing that same scene. I just can't get everything back. I can get everything back. It's not that long. Have you found still in Red Dead? Can't even play right now. Have you fun? If you are, I'm still in the beginning. This should have been the same scene. I can't get this Pines job in the trophy scene. I have to do the new stuff. Still done this before. Okay. Yeah, they took you to kind of flags. That flag? Yeah, it's blue. Yeah, it's just high levels, how you know. They're trying to bless some people are pink. How you know? Online. It is. Think about a match with them. Yeah, so that's why you're making videos. Sneak happen, protecting the tent. Only 7 people join your tent. Only 7. 7 cans and me. Why you make a video in the game? I need to have the title. I need people in the tent. Why you put that? Why you put that? Make a video. Rockstar Games. This. Rockstar Games. Red Dead 2. I have to make it slow over 2 minutes. Just that the can't. No. Doesn't give me. Let's start a new one. This is the beginning. Yeah, this is the beginning. This is the beginning. Let's start at the beginning. Yeah, exactly. Hit it. Catch it. Let's push the square button. Hit. This is the first time being in the snow. Have to go over because instead of starting the canyons build, you can't get tricked like that.
I found a place where we can get some shelter. Let Davy rest, buddy. You know. No money.
Keep it. Never should have that one. The snow. The blizzard snow. Having fun? Yes, we are. We're having fun. Red Dead. Having fun? Story mode? Look at it. They get trophies. Chapter 1. That's what I said. Chapter 2 is the camp. Chapter 2
Not mine. Chapter 2. Chapter 2 is about to chapter 10. Chapter 2. I'm afraid I'm going to can't. Chapter 2. I have to wait for later. Chapter 2. Not mine. 2. I have to make a new story. Still over because I know how you're doing. I had to start a new chapter of the story mode again. I can't go back to camp. It's a John. I had to start the story mode.
Miss Gaskell, get that file quick. Miss Jones, bring in whatever blankets we have.
Still here?
Mr. Pearson, see what we got in terms of food.
Yeah, I'll do the story mode. I'll have to make a new one because
Davy's dead.
the John. That's the end of the story. How to make it start. I think it's Jeff. I know what I do. Just playing gems and I'm missing the pattern. I like patterning the cards. There we go, see final player. Person I got how you play. Because I know I've been there before. That's legendary Anos. But I didn't make a video. I need some people help you. I do have a game. Let's go play this game. How you playing? Because it's supposed to be foggy. It has to get better. It's foggy, rain, sun, at night. That's one from the game too. Fish only, I'm fish. Fish only. You fish in the water. Fish, I'm bears. I'm foxes in the game. Rabbits, birds. Now bounties. Wagons, horses.
We're safe.
Kind of fun. Dark? No. Not for the wolves come out. Wolves are come at night. Wolves come at night. Grizzly bears. Yeah, they do follow you. Now you have a fast horse.
Stay strong.
Strong.
Stay with me.
That's Octor. Octor's the main character of the show in the beginning. Yeah, it's in the water. We kept thinking about it now. I have to take that in there. You put that in the water. That's fish. There's big ones too. You can't go nearby them. Because you can't go nearby them. Yes, it's Mr. Mount. And then when I see this commercial, yeah, this is the right one. This is the beginning. There's father died. There's the father's person. And I ain't going. We have to see the game later. Fine. It's fine. We're just trying to get some parts. There's a little bit of lot for me. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. Where's your friend trying to do? Kind of got a fucking super that can be beat. Yeah, if you guys would do a fast car first, if I were that would do a lot of parts, you do a lot of money. But, and we beat the whole game last month, April. I beat the whole that game, and that's my turn. That's time to play this game next right there. Story mode. Oh, it's snow in the game right now. That's snow. Yeah. I play story mode. I'm gonna click what you're doing. Check after I finish chapter 1, check what you're doing next online. Maybe I play a card fly.
How's Davey doing?
Lucky Tiger. Maybe I play a card fly. Why did I beat the first pipe one, the original one? The boss, the queen, among that one. Yes, Mike. Why do you like the face mask? Bar. You're gonna beat the first pipe fly, huh? You had to play that one. Piper fly. Follow. Wait to follow. Where's the school? First one. Try save again. I don't know what to save again. Can I save it? Oh yeah, I can't save again. Yeah, that's Moonshine. Yeah. Yep. Do you have a character in the game? Spotlight? Do you have a character in the game? This could be a guy or a girl. Yes, you can make everything. I'm already in this spot. I'm already in this place. No, I'll play story mode. I never had to change the story mode to this one. This is the heart. I'm already in this spot. This is the first time being here. This is the first time being here. This is the first time being here. In the story mode. This is the first time being here in the game. In the story mode. In the snow, I have to get really far. Yeah. This is Mark the Lion again. This is Mark the Lion again. Hang on, Mark the Lion. They're very. Oh, I'm right at a spot. This is crouching. I'm right at this one. I'll go over here. We need to go over here. Oh, we're gonna go over here. We'll go over here. Have you fine? What? The players? Yeah. No. Black. Let me do this thing. There's a guy behind me, so beat this guy up. Or a ditch. What to follow him. You got bounty. Let's step right here to the game here. Yeah, let's step right here. How did they keep step? In the game. And guard step. In the game. Stuff in here? No, there's more stuff in here. Sorry. I'm not eating myself. Any more stuff in here? Any more stuff in here? You got love in here? I think there's not much stuff in here. Nothing in here. There's nothing in here. We're gonna go outside. There's nothing in here. There's nothing in here. The barn is where you have to see this guy the first time. The barn. The barn's over here. Yep, there's a barn here. You got the barn. This is where you had to beat this guy. There's an enemy hiding here. Yeah, this guy sneaks up behind you. Yeah. Head up. I need a horse. Yeah. That isn't the first time I've seen the horse. Pet horse. Turn the horse down. Level 1. That'd be fun. Lucky Tiger. It's fun. You can make a lot of money. Some people have thousands. Some people have lots of money together. I'm doing it after next. You have an arm. Yeah, you have the beacon island. Yeah. And how about the original park? The original park line. That's a plus for people. How many trophies in that one have? The original one. Huh? Lucky Tiger? How many trophies are you missing? The now one. The yesterday one. Can you hear me? Why don't you play that one? Right now. And it's good morning. Yeah. Yeah, that one. Why don't you play that one then? Like how I'm doing right now.
It's gonna be okay.
Yes.
We mean you go home. This
Hey,
it'll be okay. We need to get out of here.
I'm playing this story. Explain it. What are you doing? Right now?
You okay, miss?
They came 3 days ago. And my husband,
Miss, you are safe now. Can't stay here. Come with us. Arthur. Yes, it's okay. Bad man.
Why? Is they all light?
It's okay.
Right. What time is it? Like right 2 p.m.?
Keep you safe until you figure out what you want to do.
Have you fun? Story was fun. I'm gonna play this. Sorry, the story link right there. I'm gonna play this to catch up. Because I'm gonna have to catch up in the chapter. This is began again.
Hey! Somebody's coming! Looks like it's done. Hey, everybody, Dutch is back! How'd you get on?
You're gonna be
Michael found
a
her.
crash, huh?
We were the first. Paul Moresco and his scum, they
You
beat
know,
us to
play the story when I get church up and check just
some of
in
the
the
land
record.
there is more out, apparently.
Being alive is a story, you know. Literally do this. Literally do the skies. They do the sights, do the planes jump out of the sky, carrots later.
And this poor soul misses it.
I'm not sure who they get. These players jobs and these ones.
Miss Tilly, Miss Karen, over a drink of something. And Mrs. Adler, it's gonna be okay. You're safe now. We turned her widow. After this, I need some rest. I haven't slept for 3 days.
You're over here. Miss O'Shea will show you the way. Mr. Morgan.
Story.
Thank you, Miss Grimshaw.
Mr. Bell, you'll get some fellas over there.
How come Arthur gets in the room and I get a bunk bed next to Bill, Billy, and
Finish it again. I'm just gonna have to change this one.
Ain't been seen in days.
That's what I got the.
Strong and the smart. Strongest. Hello, Arthur. Arthur. How you doing?
Just fine, yeah. You?
This is the panelist. You can't pick up. Temperature and a different. Right here.
I need you. I'm sorry that it happened.
It's little John. He's got himself caught in the scrape again.
He ain't been seen in 2 days.
Your John. Me. He may be as dead as that ain't changing because we got caught in some snowstorm.
Please go take a look. Have you?
Yes.
Have you? Right out to that group and take a look at them. You're the 2 best fitted in it. Yeah. Now?
Let's be straight. Not here. Kept you.
Wait. I know. The situation will reverse. Look at me.
Thank you.
Mr. Rice,